Nobody's finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seahawks. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Here's Demir Bird to return from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Ready, set. Strike, check, strike, ready.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. Well, this defense for the Seahawks very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There isn't for guys on defense. They've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. First and 10, it's Patterson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On play action, they'll throw. His throw incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. The tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Back to the ground now. Patterson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go at their own 21. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Seahawks at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 38, Locke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Locke working out of the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
This is taken at the 15. 7-7, our score after 1. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
They'll start with the option. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. They'll run with Patterson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. And ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Looking to throw. Being chased out left. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons have moved out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach it. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
He'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver when he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards. Straight ahead, Patterson. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 2nd and 9 now. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Arnold Ebiketie gets there for the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Shotgun snap to Locke. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
The score, the Falcons 28, Seahawks 7.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke, open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
To throw it is Locke. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. 1 second, all that remains. Now Patterson to start the drive. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Bird to return from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Second half will start with a run by Patterson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Back to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Right, 97. Young Red. Blue striker. Yellow blue.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Arnold Ebiketie in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Here's Locke. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards, the final tally. Throwing now is Locke. Man open, it's Goodwin. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Locke gonna go on 4th down. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Locke to throw. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Up the middle, here's Walker. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now Locke. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Locke's throw into the hands of Fant. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Here's Walker. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. quarterback unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
The Falcons take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
On first down, going back to Patterson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there. Here's Bradley Benyon now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
From the gun on third down, Locke. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now Locke, gotta have this one. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 77 yards. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Bird to return from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40. Look at him go inside the 30. And he is finally stopped. Boy, he almost made it, but not quite. Down around the 5-yard line. What a return. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Patterson running between the tackles. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Block going to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best. But these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles. And a nice interception there. Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. But if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Ultra. 52 blaster. Smash, red. Seal, black. Red, cycle. Ready.
They'll look to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Block now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Arnold Ebiketie getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.